Now at 4, a wild pursuit across the valley today, complete with a mid-chase pit stop and a confrontation with a motorcycle driver.
It all came to a crashing end on the 405 with a head-on collision with a CHP cruiser. CBS LA's Jeff Nguyen is live in Northridge, where the driver tried to escape in a parking garage. Jeff.
Amy, and while this pursuit lasted about 90 minutes with the suspect going against the flow of traffic several times, and at one point he tried to ditch officers by going into this parking structure, and when he ran out of it, he got into a crash at the middle of this intersection. At one point, the police chase goes down the 405 freeway in Mission Hills with the burglary suspect going the wrong way near Rinaldi, causing officers to back off because of safety concerns. That gave the man enough time to go into a gas station at Nordoff and Aqueduct in North Hills. He manages to fill up for a few seconds before ditching the pump on the ground and taking off as a police helicopter was overhead. The driver makes it over to the Cal State Northridge campus, where he went into this parking structure. From Sky Cal, we could see a number of police cars with their flashing lights. But a short time later, he comes out the other side and crashing into Fernando Aranda and a female passenger in their SUV.
We had the green, and the guy just came out of nowhere, and we crashed into, or he hit us.
There were many more bizarre moments like this exchange in which a motorcycle rider gets involved in the chase. At times, the bike gets in front of the dark sedan, chasing after the suspect and even going on the wrong side of the road as police cars are in pursuit. Then, even more strange, the motorcycle rider at a Northridge intersection exchanges words through the car's door, gets off the bike before the suspect guns it. Not long after that, the suspect runs through a parking lot in North Hills while the rear tire is clearly damaged. He makes his way onto the 405 again, flipping a U-turn before fishtailing with that busted rear tire and slamming head-on into a CHP unit. He bails from the car, runs across the freeway onto an on-ramp where he runs out of steam and hits the ground. It takes about half a dozen officers to get him under control. The CHP officer who was in the patrol car that collided with the suspect required medical attention and taken to an ambulance. Back at CSUN, Aranda says the crash caught him off guard.
We're still shaking. We're gonna probably go to the hospital and see, get checkups and whatnot.
And the LAPD says that the suspect did need medical attention. They plan to book him as soon as doctors clear him. We're live in Northridge. Jeff Nguyen, CBS LA.
All right, Jeff, and we just heard Jeff mention the bizarre moment with the motorcycle who tried to open the door of that car.
Now let's get a CBS LA assignment editor, Mike Rogers, who continues our team coverage from the desk with what we know about that man. Mike?
Yeah, you know, Juan and Amy, I just spoke with the watch commander over at North Hollywood Station who tells me that man is actually in custody this afternoon. We'll show you the video here of all of that going on, where you can see these bizarre moments. It first happens at Devonshire and Andasol here, where the car seemingly just passes the motorcycle rider, and then the rider almost begins chasing the driver. Now, the big question we all had was, do they know each other? Right now, the watch commander over at North Hollywood Station says they don't know the answer to that, whether or not they knew each other or not. But I can tell you, I timed this when we were watching this pursuit, and it was for a good several minutes, at least 2 or 3 minutes, that this whole back and forth went on between this motorcyclist and the car before leading up to the point that you saw in Jeff's piece where the motorcyclist comes up, tries to open the door before taking off. Now, tonight, this afternoon rather, the motorcycle rider is in custody for interfering with a police investigation. Now, there was a lot of chatter about this on the radios during the chase about how they didn't want that driver, or that rider, obviously, to get involved in this. And again, it's unclear tonight. We're still working on it with LAPD on whether or not the two actually knew each other, or was this just a person who was frustrated with a never-ending pursuit that wanted to step in and stop it. We've seen that before. Either way, the LAPD says don't get involved in these. And in fact, in this situation, it landed that rider behind bars.
Yeah, no matter how hot-headed you might be getting, Mike, smart idea. Thank you.